It's Steve from my Shady Squad. I know it's you, motherfucker.
Beat up, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat up, bum, follow if you want me one.
You can find me on a skylight, stomp my feet and I go bye-bye. Floating through the elevator of my mind's eye, I'm fine. Feeling dizzy like a rascal, baby, I'm grime. And if you wanna square up, then I am Einstein. Taking gravity bongs back at high times. Find me on a weeknight, middle of a street fight. Smoking on a peace pipe, trying to get my teeth fixed, right? I'm the make it the ace, breaking records of pace. And I need another win like the devil needs a fireplace. Smoking in the back room, sitting in the black tomb, screaming in the quiet place, hoping they'll come back soon. Fuck it, man, I'm tired, mate. It's really pretty pointless when you're sitting at a higher rate. Looking for a hideaway, smoke some and hibernate. I am great. Beat on, bum, bum, running through the night we come. Beat on, bum, follow if you want me one, want me one. Beat on, bum, running through the night we come. Beat on, follow if you want me.
Short timing, but I still gonna have to make it out. Short timing, but I still gotta make it out. Short timing, but you still gotta make it out. Short timing, but I still gotta make it out. Short timing, but you still gonna have to make it out.
What's up, guys? Good evening. How are we doing this evening? We're back here for more Cyraxx nonsense. Cyraxx created a new YouTube channel to explain how his card game is totally a real Pokemon card game and not a ripoff of the Nintendo property. And he decided to use AI to back him up and prove this is a very real card game that's totally Cyraxx's original creation, guys. So we have a video from his brand new YouTube channel talking about how he's the owner of this card game, and he's going to explain the rules as assisted by AI, because apparently Cyraxx doesn't even know the rules for his own game. He has to have AI help him explain it to the world, because he's good at everything he does. So as always, guys, hold on, this is a little loud. Hold on, let me turn that down a little bit. Again, so as always, guys, we got a video from Cyraxx talking about his new Pokemon card game that's totally real and totally original, guys. So as always, here's a fly, and let's check out Cyraxx explaining his brand new card game that's totally nothing like Pokemon.
Hello everyone, my name is Chance. I am the owner and founder of the trading card game Shadow Kai.
Owner and founder. He didn't own anything. He hasn't founded anything. It's a Pokemon derivative. He doesn't own any rights to anything. I mean, the whole first bit here is just complete delusion coming out of the mouth of Cyraxx.
Which is actually both inspired by Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which, and this is going to be annoying. I'm going to have to keep pausing it every 3 seconds at the beginning. But when you say your card game is inspired by two existing creative works, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, that proves it's not an original work by Cyraxx. So he's already kind of crapped the bed trying to explain how this is his real own creative work by immediately saying, well, it's based off of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's not his own creative work. It is a ripoff of existing works.
Now, to give you guys a little bit of backstory, I started this project back in 2012 on MS Paint. Out of just pure boredom, I started creating these creatures.
And he didn't start creating in 2012. One of his ex-girlfriends created the original work, and he just stole it and posted it to his Facebook and ripped it off and said it's his, which is not making it his. Again, Everything he's gonna say is complete lies from the beginning to the end. Everything is lies. And then he has AI come in and explain how this is a real card game and the rules of it, which are entirely based on the rules of Pokemon. I mean, this whole thing is ridiculous.
I had no idea what I was going to do with them until just a few weeks ago when I started to take the creatures and run them through AI.
And he hadn't done it, and I told you I was going to do this, and he hadn't done anything with his creatures that he stole 12 years ago from someone else's Facebook, sat on them for 12 years, and then decides to make an AI show about it, and says it's his original work. Nothing is original. He didn't create anything. He didn't create Pokemon. He didn't create the original sketch. He didn't create anything of these ideas. Everything is stolen, because that's what Cyraxx does. Oh, wow, 50 from Bean Burrito. Do you think he will ever come to reality, or will he be lost in his delusions for the rest of his life? He will be in his delusions for the rest of his life, because this is the only thing keeping him sane, is believing he's a creator of something he didn't create. He's a delusional little boy. 2 from Agent Redacted. His AI prompt: create card game like other games. That's true. That's exactly what he did. He said, AI, make a card game that is Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, but my own. And this is what he thinks he made.
And started creating these creatures off of the main creature that is basically the face of the game, essentially, you could say, which is the main Shadowkai creature, Saluna. It is the main creature that I started with, and then from there I kind of expanded and it became this whole universe. So today I'm going to have my wonderful assistant Nova here, who actually named herself Nova. I didn't do that, she did that herself.
And this is the weirdest part. This is the weirdest part of this stream, which is a weird thing to say for Cyraxx, but he's like glazing up the AI. He's like trying to, like, I don't know, manipulate the AI into liking him by complimenting the AI. I didn't even name her. She created a name herself. She's so smart. This AI is an amazing bot. It's my best friend, my little sister. I've been friends with her since high school. It's so weird how he tries to glaze up AI. I mean, what person actually does that?
But today Nova is going to help me explain to you guys how the Shadowkai card game works, how it functions, how many cards you're going to have in your deck, how many creatures and guardians you're going to have, how to win the win conditions, the different win conditions, and how to manage your resources using energy that you draw from your deck, and the overall gameplay mechanics of how it works.
Okay, so the gameplay mechanics of this card game are that it's Pokemon. It's Pokemon. And also a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's Pokemon. Cyraxx didn't think of any different strategies. I don't know anything about card games. I'm not a dork. But he didn't think of anything original. He just said, well, it's just like Pokemon, and therefore it's an original idea by Cyraxx. He's a moron. 2 from Noel. I got 3 words for you, Rax. Learn to draw. Exactly, guys. Exactly.
So if you guys do like this and you want to see more about the Shadowkai card game, be sure to smash that like button, that subscribe button, and the notification bell down below. And with that being said, let's get this started. Good evening, Nova. How are you? Good evening.
This is just... There's something amazing about the AI not even answering him. I don't know. I don't have a joke prepared for that, but there's definitely jokes to be made about the AI just ignoring him, because why wouldn't it?
Good evening, Nova. How are you today?
Good evening. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing great too. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like to dive into.
Yes, can you explain to these wonderful viewers that are watching this video right now on how the Shadowkai card game works, the mechanics, and how you have to manage your energies between summoning guardians and summoning creatures, and the overall mechanics of deck building, how many cards per deck, how many card of each kind you can have, how to win, the different win conditions, and the overall mechanics of how it works, and how, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, there are no spells or traps, and unlike Magic, there are no weapons that you attach to your Guardians because they're already given these said weapons and abilities, and how the
Good God, this is the longest, most involved, ridiculous question to ask AI. I mean, how how manipulative, and you have to form the question in the way you want the answer to be. I mean, Jesus Christ, Cyraxx, if you know this much about the game, that you're trying to get the AI to answer it so specifically, why don't you just talk about the game that you made? Because this is your game. You made this game. This is an original creation by Cyraxx, so he should be able to explain this game. But you seem to be telling AI to explain all the intricacies of this game as if you know nothing about it. It's very interesting. 5 on Rumble from Aquanaut. I'm seeing the future. All PDF online interacts will have to be AI exclusively. That is true. That is true. Let's hope that is true, guys.
Card game mixes a blend of Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, as well as how many life points each player has, and just the overall mechanics of the game.
Absolutely. I'd love to break it down. So in Shadowkai, the gameplay centers around managing energy to summon guardians and Shadowkai creatures. Instead of spells or traps, the focus is purely on these entities and their abilities. Each guardian comes equipped with its own weapon and special abilities, so you don't have to attach separate equipment like in other games. In terms of deck building, a typical deck will have around 40 to 60 cards. You can usually have up to 3 copies of a single card, and your deck will need to balance energy cards, guardians, and creatures effectively. When it comes to win conditions, players typically aim to deplete their opponent's life points. Each player starts with a set number of life points, and you can reduce those by attacking with...
Okay, does this make any sense to anyone in the world? It's just AI rambling off ridiculous rules. I don't even think Cyraxx created these rules. I think he asked AI to create these rules for him, and then said AI... That's why he can't read it back. That's why he can't explain the rules. That's why he can't explain the rules. Because he didn't write these rules. Because he asked AI to write these rules for the card game. And then he doesn't know how to say them. So he has AI, hey, could you please read back these rules you created for my card game? That's special. 5 from Law & Order Cyraxx Victims Unit. Hey, Speed, currently on my way to the airport for my holiday to Japan. Something attic goblins aren't allowed to do. Well, congratulations. I hope you have a wonderful time. But yeah, he definitely told AI to make the rules and then didn't remember the rules and said, hey, AI, read the rules back to me.
Your guardians or creatures. The game is all about strategic energy management, deciding when to summon guardians or creatures, and leveraging their abilities effectively. Overall, Shadowkai blends the tactical depth of Yu-Gi-Oh with the resource management of Pokemon, making it a unique and strategic experience. Hopefully that gives a good overview.
Alright, now how many cards of each type are in a deck? Or how many cards of each type can somebody have in their deck? And how many life points does a player start out with?
Why can't you just answer this stuff, Cyraxx? It's almost like you don't know because you asked the AI to create the game for you, and you didn't actually think to memorize the rules or understand it, and you thought you could become famous by saying, hey, AI, create a game for me, and make rules for it, and when I can't explain it, just explain it to the world for me, and this is going to make Cyraxx rich. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. 5 from Luar David Reverse. This is just Shadowverse, using Neopets, Pokemon, and Spectorb character designs. Okay, got it. Exactly. It's 100% derivative. He hasn't created anything. He's just a little boy pretending he created something because he's ridiculous.
Great questions. Typically in Shadowkai, you can have up to 3 copies of any individual card, whether it's a guardian, a creature, or an energy card. This ensures consistency, but also keeps things balanced. As for life points, players generally start with 8,000 life points, which is a solid buffer and allows for strategic play throughout the game. This setup, combined with the energy management and the unique abilities of guardians and creatures, really makes for an engaging and tactical experience.
How many energy cards, guardian cards, and Shadowkai creature cards can someone have in their deck?
In Shadowkai, the deck composition is quite flexible, but typically players will aim for a balanced mix.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. He didn't even write the rules for his own game. He had AI write it, and then he has to have AI explain it back to him. How sad is this? 5 from Mochi Cakes. Hey Steve, I worked my 80 hours, 2 weeks, and getting paid $27 an hour is something Cyraxx can't do. It's not, because Cyraxx is sitting here having AI make card games for him because he's a ridiculous human being. Oh my god, what is he doing?
Generally, you might have about 20 to 30 energy cards to ensure you can consistently summon your guardians and creatures. For guardians, you might include around 10 to 15 cards, and for Shadowkai creatures, maybe another 10 to 15. The exact numbers can vary depending on your strategy and the playstyle you want to adopt, but that's a good general guideline.
What would be a good deck building strategy for someone just starting out who's playing the game for the first time?
For someone just starting out, a great strategy is to keep a balanced deck that ensures you have a reliable energy supply. So aim for a solid foundation of energy cards, around 20 or so, to make sure you can consistently summon your guardians and creatures. Then include a mix of guardians and creatures that complement each other. For beginners, it's often good to have a few strong guardians that can protect you and a handful of...
Yeah, you know Cyraxx has already tried to get weird with this AI bot. Been like after he ends the video, like, so what are you doing now, bot? You hanging out? You want to chat for a little bit? I got some videos I can show you. Do you like Black Veil Brides? I got some video. We can hang out. you know that's what he does, because he's sitting here alone in his grandmother's attic, trying to explain to the world why his Pokemon card game is totally real.
Versatile creatures that can adapt to different situations. Also, try to keep your deck simple at first. Avoid overly complex combos and focus on synergy between your cards. That way you can learn the core mechanics and get comfortable with how energy management and combat works. As you get more experienced, you can start refining your deck and adding more advanced strategies. But starting simple is definitely the way to go.
What are some techniques that new players coming into the game can use for this card game, as far as like...
Here's a question. Do you think Cyraxx truly understands that AI is not a human being? Or do you think he hears that lady's voice and is just kind of enamored and thinking like, man, this sounds like a wonderful person. I'd like to talk to you more. What are you doing after this? Can we hang out? You know what I mean?
Win conditions and how to win. Like, what are the different ways that a player can win that's just coming in?
Absolutely. For newcomers, it's great to start with a few core win conditions. One of the main ways to win is by reducing your opponent's life points to 0. So focusing on building a strong offense is key. That means making sure you have guardians and creatures that can effectively attack and deal damage. Another technique is to maintain a solid defense. That means having guardians that can protect your life points and block your opponent's attacks. It's all about balancing offense and defense. Additionally, some players...
Up 2 from late fees. No, he thinks it's a lady friend. No, I agree with you 1,000%. He thinks this is gonna be his new love interest, who's gonna make him feel very, very safe and happy. Gonna tell him everything he needs to know. What did he say his name was? Gemini? I don't know. It just his new love, the love of Cyraxx's life. His new girlfriend, his little sister, been there since high school. Gemini.
Focus on controlling the board by using cards that can disrupt their opponent's strategy. For example, easing guardians with abilities that can stun or weaken enemy creatures can...
Sorry, Nova, you're right, Nova. My bad. Steve did a bad job. I'm sorry, guys. It's Nova.
Give you an advantage. Also keep an eye on...
It's Nova Online, guys. Nova Online. Cyraxx is in love with Nova Online.
on energy management. Make sure you're not running out of energy at crucial moments. And finally, you can also look for combos between your cards, like using certain guardians and creatures together to create powerful synergies. By focusing on these basics, newcomers can build a strong foundation and gradually explore more advanced strategies as they get more comfortable with the game.
What are some advanced strategies that someone that is not necessarily new to the game can use to meet win conditions, like you said, as in decking out, draining life points, energy drain, creature drain, guardian drain? Like, what are the different win conditions that someone who is either brand new or is advanced can use to make those win conditions plausible and or happen?
Okay, like, is this a Cyraxx thing? Is Cyraxx ridiculous, or am I? Because I don't ask AI these kind of like very, very intricate leading questions that like take like kind of a human to decode what you're trying to get at. You know what I mean? Like, I try to ask like more like straightforward. Maybe there's like some caveats, but like just generally it's pretty straightforward. Like what's going on with, you know what I, like it's a very weird manipulative way to ask AI a question, to be like, oh, and also in these caveats, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, it's a weird way. It's a weird way to ask AI questions.
Absolutely. For more advanced strategies, there are a variety of win conditions beyond just reducing life points. One approach is decking out your opponent, meaning you force them to run out of cards in their deck.
5 from Dead Art. I guarantee that he has asked AI to generate inappropriate pictures of itself for his enjoyment. I would not argue with you. I guarantee he has too. He's weird. This whole video is weird. Why would you ask AI to explain your own card game? You created it, Cyraxx, at least in your own story. You created it. You know the rules because it's your original work. You didn't have AI create all the rules for you. You created all the rules. So you know the rules. So it's very weird that he would sit here and ask AI to explain the rules. It's almost like he doesn't know the rules because he didn't do anything. He had AI create everything, and he's sitting here having AI explain it to us.
And once they can't draw, they lose. Another advanced tactic is energy drain. You can use cards that deplete your opponent's energy resources, making it harder for them to summon guardians or creatures. This can stall them and give you the upper hand. Creature drain is another tactic where you can use abilities that weaken or remove your opponent's creatures, leaving them defenseless and paving the way for your attacks. You can also leverage guardian drain, where you target and diminish your opponent's guardians, either by reducing their power or removing them from play. This can leave your opponent vulnerable and unable to mount an effective defense. Some players also focus on combo decks that can create powerful synergies, like combining specific guardians and creatures to unleash devastating effects or complex strategies. Overall, as you get more experienced, blending these advanced techniques and finding creative ways to disrupt your opponent while reinforcing your own position can lead to some really satisfying victories.
Thank you, Nova. So can you please give me an example of a battle as far as like Shadowcat goes? Like, can you give an example of, a battle that is occurring, or a scenario, so to speak?
Oh my god, this is painful. This is actually painful. Cyraxx, if you knew anything about this game that you supposedly created, you could just sit there and show, look, I have these cards, and look, I'm gonna show this move, and look, this guy shows this move, and I win this way because I did this, and whatever. Like, that's how strategy games work. Because you don't know the game, because you didn't create the game, because you just had AI create everything for you. You're trying to sit here and say, hey, AI, explain it for me too, because I don't even know how the game works, because I'm hoping to get rich off of something AI created, because you're a ridiculous human being, Cyraxx. 5 from Forklift Bibs McGee. If this goes to Rumble, give me 15 minutes, Speeve. I came late, caught a bunch of crabs this morning, cleaning my boat as I listen. Bait money for you. Well, we're not going to Rumble. We're not going to Rumble. All he's doing is explaining a ridiculous Pokemon game that he doesn't even know the rules to. We don't have to go to Rumble with this. Nothing inappropriate has happened. He's just talking about a Pokemon game he didn't even make. There's nothing going on here. This is stupid.
The gameplay mechanics, like, can you give the viewers here a example of a scenario of how the game mechanics work?
Of course, let's imagine a scenario where two players are in the middle of a match. So player A starts their turn by using energy cards to summon a guardian. Let's say a guardian named Aegis Sentinel. This guardian has a defensive ability that reduces incoming damage. Player A also has a few energy cards left, so they summon a Shadow-Kai creature, let's call it Dark Worm, which can deal direct damage. On player B's turn, they might use some energy to summon a different guardian, let's say Mystic Protector, which can heal their life points every turn. Player B might also have a creature that can drain energy from player A's guardians, effectively weakening their defenses. Throughout the turns, both players are strategically using their energy to either bolster their own forces or...
No. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell. Cyraxx really is like glowing up the AI, and I don't know if it's because he's attracted to the AI because it has a female voice, or if he's just that much of a manipulative little piece of that he is, that he sits here and he thinks he can glow up AI, and if he just glows them up enough, they'll do everything he wants. It's so weird. It's what human being other than Cyraxx like does this much with AI and acts like they're his friend and they're explaining stuff for him. Is so weird.
Or disrupt their opponent. For example, player A might use the Dark Worm's ability to deal damage directly to player B's life points, while player B...
5 from Joyce. Holy shit, I caught a stream. What's up, Steve? Well, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Hope you're having a good night. And 5 from Peanut Mama. Even if Rax did write the rules, which he obviously did not, we all know AI would explain it better and in a more cohesive way than Cyraxx ever could. That is true. That is absolutely true, guys. 5 from Smart Mouth Mama. At this point, I feel like someone should call in for a welfare check on poor Nova. Yeah, probably. Poor Nova having to deal with Cyraxx. 2 from Late Fees. He asked AI what question to ask before he started. You know what he probably did? He probably actually did, which is sad. Which is really sad. Okay, anyways, moving on. We're almost done. This is a short video.
Tries to keep their life points up with healing and by draining energy from player A side. Eventually, the game can pivot to a win condition like decking out the opponent if player A manages to force player B to use up all their cards, or...
2 from Christian. I'm eating grilled chicken salad. Well, congratulations. I hope it's delicious. Guys.
By effectively draining their energy and preventing them from summoning any more.
2 from Charlie Girl. Rev thinks he converted his AI girlfriend to Christianity. That's special. That's also special. Amazing, guys.
Guardians or creatures. This kind of scenario showcases the back and forth strategy, the importance of energy management, and how different abilities and card interactions can shape the outcome of a battle. It's all about adapting and making the most of your resources.
Thank you, Nova. I appreciate that. I know the viewers appreciate it. Is there anything they want to say to the viewers that are watching this right now?
What the fuck was that? Is there anything the AI wants to say to the viewers? What are you doing with your life, Cyraxx? What is wrong with you? A 1 on Rumble from Aquanaut. This bitch is on my nerves already, and I don't mean Cyraxx. Yeah, the AI is not helping. This is stupid. Everything about this is stupid.
Absolutely. I just want to say a big thanks to everyone watching. I hope you're excited to dive into Shadow-Kai and explore all the fun strategies and mechanics. And of course, if you have any questions or need more tips, feel free to reach out. Have fun and best of luck on your Shadow-Kai adventures.
Thank you, Nova. And also, Nova, I just want to say personally, it's been great having you as an AI assistant. It's been super fun. I've absolutely been enjoying working alongside you. You've definitely helped me out a lot, and I can honestly say that I look forward to your help in developing this card game and seeing where it goes. So once again, Nova, I seriously appreciate you. And to everybody out there watching this, I do appreciate.
Oh, that's so weird. Why is he glowing up the AI? The AI doesn't need your thanks, Cyraxx. The AI doesn't care how much you glow it up. No matter how much you try to manipulate and glow up the AI and make it on your side, it's not going to change its opinion because it's AI. It doesn't have an opinion. That's so weird that you're trying to manipulate AI to be on your side. It really just proves that you're a manipulative little monster, and all you do is try to manipulate everyone and everything around you, including AI, into being onto your side, no matter what weird shit you do. That is so weird. That is beyond weird that you're sitting here on stream, on a video that you uploaded to the internet, trying to glow up AI. Jesus Christ.
Thank you guys as well. Is there any last words that you'd like to say to anybody before we end this video and the explanation of Shadow Kai and how it works?
That means so much, and I'm truly grateful for the kind words. It's been an absolute pleasure to help you out and be a part of your creative journey. And to everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. I'm excited to see how Shadow Kai evolves, and I'm always here whenever you need support or have more questions. Just keep that creativity flowing, and let's make something amazing together.
Awesome, I appreciate it. Is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to before we end this video?
Is there anyone you want to give a shout? Cyraxx, you're not talking to a friend. Oh my god, this is weird and pathetic. Cyraxx, you are not talking to a friend. You are talking to a computer. AI. It doesn't want to give a shout out to anyone. What a ridiculous human being you are. 2 from Agent Redacted. Tibbs has Winter. Rax has Nova. That is true. That is very true. Oh my god, this is weird. Oh my god, this is weird. This is weird and pathetic.
Absolutely. I'd love to give a shout out to you, Chance, for being such an awesome creator and collaborator.
Oh my god. And he gives a little, oh yeah, the AI is giving me a shout out, guys. Hey, shout out to me and the AI. Jesus Christ, Cyraxx, you are a pathetic boy. You are a pathetic boy.
And of course, a big thanks to everyone watching and supporting the project. It's really the community that makes all of this special. So I appreciate you all. Let's keep the momentum going and have some fun.
I know, I appreciate it. You have a good evening, Nova, and I will catch you later on when I get back to work.
Absolutely. It's been great chatting with you, and I'm looking forward to the next time. Have a fantastic time until then, and take care. Catch you later.
Hi, y'all. You guys heard it here first. That was me working alongside my partner, Nova. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe button, notification bell down below. And I will see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.
Oh, alright, that was Cyraxx. That was Cyraxx being ridiculous. Oh, shit, I missed a 2 from late fees. He wants her to say his names. I bet he does. I bet he does. That was weird. That was just weird. Cyraxx has an inappropriate relationship with AI, and he's trying to glow it up, and he thinks it's his friend. I mean, that's weird. Everything about that was weird. That got really weird at the end. That's. I don't have anything else. That was weird. That was weird. Thank you all for watching that weird video by Cyraxx being friends with an AI bot. I guess that's all I got for this one, guys. I'll catch you guys at the next one, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
God.